Let's take a look at number 10 and 11. Number 10 tells us if the definite integral from 0 to 2 of 3x squared dx is 8. Well, that's telling us the area under this curve from 0 to 2. This area right here is equal to 8. What do you think the area is going to be from negative 2 to 0 of 3x squared? So the
Negative 2. Wait.
So what do you think that area is going to be? Why would it be negative 8?
Wait. Right. No, but it's in the positive.
It's going from negative 2 to 0, so we're going from the smaller one to the bigger one, so that's going in the correct direction. The graph is above the x-axis, so that means it's going to be positive 8. If this was 0 to negative 2, that would mean we'd be kind of going backwards from normal. That would make it a negative area. But if we're going from negative 2 to 0, that would mean we're going in the correct direction, smaller to bigger. So that is an area of positive 8. So what if, kind of combining what we just talked about on the last page, what if we went from negative 2 to 2 of 3x squared dx? Well, we would be combining this one with this one, right? One starts where the last one begins. What are those going to add up to? 16. Well, the reason we know that this one's going to be 8 is this parabola is symmetric about the y-axis, right? Same on both sides of that vertex. So we can figure out that that's going to be 8 if this is 8. Well, being symmetric about the y-axis means that it's an even function, right? Even function means symmetric about the y-axis. So if we have an even function like we did up here, and the definite integral from 0 to a of f of x is c, then the definite integral from negative a to a, so for an even function, if we go from the negative value to the same value but positive, it's just going to be twice that, right? So it would be double that. But now let's look at number 11. This one tells us the definite integral from 0 to 2 is 16. So the area under here is 16. I ask you, what do you think the area is going to be from negative 2 to 1? I'm sorry, negative 2 to 0. So for this one, what do you think the area is going to be? This one is going to be negative 16. Right? It's below the x-axis. We're still going negative 2 to 0. So that's in the right order. But since it's below the x-axis, we have a negative area because the height is negative. So if we take the definite integral from negative 2 to 2 for this function, what do we get? 0, right? They add up. Negative 16 plus 16 gives us 0. This is an odd function because it's symmetric about the origin. Right? So if we have an odd function and the definite integral from 0 to a of that odd function is c, then the definite integral from negative a to a of that function is going to be 0 because they're going to cancel out. One's going to be a positive area, one's going to be a negative area. All right, so we'll look at some problems with even and odd functions a little bit later.